Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 1987 Mercedes Benz 560 SEL. This was the flagship brand for Mercedes back in the late 80s, and if you were anybody, you were driving these. It was the beginning of the S-Class as we know it today, which also stands for Sonder Class or Special Class, and quite a car. They can't afford to make cars like this anymore, and they didn't care much about the cost of making cars back then. This was back when Mercedes appealed to a very specific customer base, and that was only people that could afford them, and they weren't cheap. So this is an all original paint. The right rear quarter panel has been repainted, but we ran a paint meter over the rest of the car, and it's all at 4. So all original there. It's in very good shape. It's only got 106,000 miles on it. It's a clean title, clean Carfax car. As you can see, the paint's in very good shape. So is the body. If there's any dents or scratches, there's no rust on this car. The tires are in great shape. Wheels have got a little fading on them there, but for the most part, it's very, very clean. It's currently titled and registered in the state of Oregon. So as you can see, clean. All original paint. One of the nice things about the workmanship of Mercedes and probably just German cars in general back then was they wear very well. And especially something about the cars in the 80s. So you've got an aftermarket stereo, but we've got the original stereo here, which is a Becker, of course. You've got a spare tire, which is nice because that is not anything to take for granted anymore. With run flats, there's your jack. That's a Michelin on the full-sized rim, so that's nice. See the original VIN tag here on the trunk, and you can see, I mean, the interior trim on this is very, very clean. So a 5.6 liter V8 is where the 560 comes in, and the SEL is the S-Class, basically the long wheelbase. One of the cool things about this car, so all the chrome, you can see all the chrome, all the stuff in very, very good shape. You can see the paint on the top here is good shape. Sunroof works. The windshield, you've got still the, so this is a newer windshield, you can tell because it's got the Daimler Benz on it. But very, very clean for what it is. Headlight washers, chrome bumpers. So one of the things that's cool about these cars, and this was an option, not hard to find, you can see the leather's in good shape. A little worn there on the back. But you've got a power adjustable back seat. So this will move your back seat. Well, this is actually rear heated seats. But this will move your seat up and down, and that's uncommon. In that this entire bench will move back and forth, so it allows you to stretch your legs out. We've also got the original, you see these are foot pads. So you've got enough room back here you can stretch your legs out, and those are original Mercedes Benz foot pads. You can feel and hear the quality of workmanship. Another is an interesting thing to note on the Mercedes, this older generation, is the locking system. Impressive, and definitely not a car that's going to be easy to break into. There's your one of your original VIN tags. So your door trim, your wood trim, you've got dual power seats, dual memory seats. As you can see, the leather on the driver's side is very clean. No signs of cracking or wear and tear. Just a little fading here on the center armrest. And then, I mean, this is definitely a car that's been driven and been sat in. So your center console here, wood trim's in good shape. So we've got 2 keys. We have the original owner's manual. We've got the original steel identification tag they provide, all the original books and documentation that came with the car when it was new. As you can see, the dash and all this stuff very, very clean. So let me turn the stereo down here. So 106,811 miles. Let me show you the sunroof, just show you that it works. Close that up. So it's operational. Turn the lights on. So you've got heated seats here on either side. You've got an aftermarket stereo, which I showed you earlier. Auto climate control, dome lights, power antenna. The antenna is not operational. And then recycling air and rear defrost here. Let me open the sunroof up just to get a little more light in here. There we go. So you've got cruise, you've got fog lights, driving lights, you've got a power tilt and telescoping wheel, which is nice. Actually, that's not it's only a telescoping, that's not a tilt. So just in and out. Overall, a very nice car. Starts right up, runs right down the road. We just had it serviced, just had an oil change done on it, and put a new fuel pump, a fuel pump switch in it, or a relay, I guess, fuel pump relay. And that was it. So, super clean. You know, the quality of workmanship, you know, for what you're getting for $6,000 is impressive. They absolutely don't make cars like this anymore, based on the simple fact you can't afford to make cars like this anymore. But if you've got questions or want additional information specifically about this one, please feel free to contact us. We can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.